That was so 70 days ago. 50 days
Right?
ago. Like,
Me and my 17 alarms are gonna. I don't have 17. I do snooze a lot though.
we'll find out together. We're on this journey together.
Ariel's video might lag a little bit. Oh no.
Your face might lag a little bit. Hello, how are you? Yeah, I know. I got lots of purrs today. Are you gonna get mad at me if I put you down? Hmm? Hmm? Here, come here. Sit next to me. You're okay. Don't get pissy.
She's like,
Whatever.
I'm not okay, actually.
She
I
ripped out
really
my headphones.
wish,
Sorry.
I really wish that when I first open up Zoom, it doesn't pop up with a fucking little window that says Zoom, take notes. I don't want to take notes. Go
Yeah,
away,
it's been doing
Zoom.
that for me for a while. It's annoying.
Go away.
Mhm. Zoom, zoom, go away. Go back to how you
Pretty
were
sure.
the other day.
I think there was something recently about Kirsten Storm.
That was random.
Well, because she played Xenon.
Oh, Zoom, gotcha. I was like, I was
Oh
doing
yeah,
rain, go away.
her ex-husband was granted an emergency restraining order against her due to mental health crisis. That's what it was. I was like, I knew I saw
Oh,
that something recently. Yeah,
that's cute.
she's in a mental health crisis right now. She
Yikes.
was
That's
experiencing
unfortunate.
delusions and hallucinations.
Hmm.
She didn't think she should have her child for her parenting time, and she was placed in a psychiatric hold.
Hmm.
And then afterwards, she didn't even acknowledge any of the stuff that happened afterwards. Yeah.
Wild.
So, anyways,
Oh, no.
so there's that.
Yikes.
Yoicks.
Anyways, hello.
Hello.
Life is lifing.
Life is always lifing. I feel like every time we
Pressures,
go to record,
pressure.
something is just
Lifing.
everything is happening all at
Lifing
once.
around.
Yeah. Oh my goodness gracious.
Mm-hmm. We're getting to the end of this wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have much left. Crazy
No.
times. Crazy times ahead. Yeah,
Sometimes
so.
laggy. As a heads up.
Oh. Hmm.
It's better than it was before,
don't-
but
I don't know what to do about it.
well, literally
Yours is
nothing.
better on my end.
Welcome to the lag show, guys. Where Ariel's video might lag a little bit. Oh no.
Your face might lag a little bit.
Get
What's the matter,
fucked.
baby? What? Yeah,
She's
I
so mean
know.
to me. Don't pout, bitch. You just said your face. You were mean to me. Get out of here.
What else am I supposed to have in response to that? Your faces.
So this week we did Ariel's book.
Yeah. Yeah. Crystal gave the category of Groundhog Day. So the book that was found is called Midnight Repeated by Dani McLean.
Mhm.
And
It's a short little thing.
it is, yeah, I think it's just under 200 pages. And I don't
I think it was
actually
like
remember at all.
I think it was like
I know it was one
160.
something. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I know it was one something. I had 187 in
Really?
my head, so I don't know. But that's probably wrong.
I could be wrong too.
Doesn't matter, honestly. It was under 200 pages. It was short. Uh, and that's fine. I was fine with that.
We were both wrong, by
There,
the way. 100 and like 36.
oh, Jesus.
We were both wrong.
It felt longer than that.
Oh, it didn't feel that. It
Not
didn't
in
feel longer
a
than that
not
to
in
me,
a
but
like droney way. It felt like there was more pages than that.
mm,
There is an author's note at the beginning that says that this series takes place in a fictional location of Chance City, which is a place where anything can happen, but the characters don't always treat these situations as commonplace, or do they find them overwhelmingly strange? And the magic isn't ever explained, which honestly to me sounds like a cop out, but
yes,
you
but
know.
if they also didn't put that note in the beginning, you'd be like, well, why isn't it explained? So like,
No, yes, that's what I'm saying. I feel like it's a cop out because it's like, meh, I want to write it, but nobody asked about it,
okay,
you know, which is fine. At least
hmm,
information is better than no information for me.
facts.
So, um, I'm cool with that. We do start our book in third person, which blah, but our FMC Lori is the only point of view we get for this one. It is New Year's Eve, and she's reflecting on her past year. Life's not bad. She has a job, a boyfriend. Things are going pretty fine, except that everything seems a little stale, safe, predictable. In all reality, her boyfriend Drew is kind of a douche and
Kind
very
of a
judgy.
douche.
But they are at a New Year's Eve party for their neighbor across the hall, Max, who also happens to be her best friend's brother, who also happens to be her childhood crush. He happens to be 4 years older than her, and he was just old enough to not return her feelings and turn her down when they were teens, meaning they were both teens. So she was probably like 14 telling this 18-year-old, like, bro, I have a crush on you. That's what it sounded like to me.
And at least he was a decent person and said no instead of being like some men
Yes.
nowadays and be like, okay, yeah,
Yes.
I may be 18, but psh, it's only a 4 year age gap.
Right. Yes. Age gap, it needs context, and it
Yeah,
depends on when. This
yeah.
rejection cut Lori deep, though, but they have become good friends as adults, especially with her best friend involved. Max is not a fan of Drew, though, which makes things a little hard, especially since they're across the hall.
Mhm.
They end up talking about New Year's wishes together, and she originally goes to say that she wants to marry Drew and get promoted at work, but she stops herself. And her heart instead says that she wants to be stupidly in love with a great guy and live happily ever after, just like she always has. And then they count down to midnight. When Lori wakes up in the morning, she doesn't even remember leaving the party. She didn't think she had that much to drink, but perhaps. She watches Drew head off to work like normal, and when she eventually gets out of bed, she makes the 15-minute walk to Max's coffee shop. When she gets there, they talk while she orders, and he asks why she's not at work. She says it's a day off, and he asks if she has time, if she wants to help him set up for the party that evening. And she laughs, asking how many New Year celebrations does one person need? And he's like, usually just the one, and asks if they should do another one tomorrow for New Year's. And she's confused and then looks at her phone. And the book talks about how she knows that there's a weird time issue because the photo she posted on social media still says 10 hours ago instead of over 24. But wouldn't she have seen the date on her phone before she would even get to an app? And then she opens the calendar to double check.
I mean,
It seemed weird.
I don't, I never know the
It's like,
date.
but it's right on the front of your phone.
Yeah, I don't usually pay attention to that, to be
Oh,
honest.
just kidding. Maybe because I use it a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I
Because
never know what day it is.
I have to write the date a lot.
I
I don't
don't.
know. Apparently, she doesn't either. So She realizes with the calendar app, like, it's New Year's Eve, and she's really confused. And Max asks if she forgot that it was New Year's Eve, and she tells him to stop playing. And she sits down and shock and confusion. And how was it yesterday again? Though, how often? She recovers so quickly and figures how often does someone get the chance to live a day twice? The original yesterday, she answered a lot of emails and just had a really boring day at work. Maybe she can turn that around. Max asks if she's okay, and she says yes, that she's just excited for the party that evening. Lori is wondering if this is one of those circumstances where she gets the chance to fix some kind of wrong, and that's why this chance has been given to her. Maybe the problem is Drew. He had been avoiding her hints about proposing for many weeks now. What if this is the universe's way of telling her to stop procrastinating and find the answer? Lori decides to go to work, even though Max makes a comment about why, because she hates that job. She should find a new one. But Drew has convinced her that this is what's best for her career. She needs to stay focused and commit. Max is frustrated because it's clearly Drew's words that are coming out
Someone
of her
else should
mouth.
stay focused and commit, but whatever.
And Lori makes a comment about how maybe she's not as smart as the girls Max dates, but either way, they both know she's not his type. Yeah.
Well,
She says Drew's not perfect, but at least he likes her, and that's what matters.
ladies, that is not what matters. The man
No.
should also not tell you that you're lazy and you don't do all these things
Yeah.
and like say they love you and then date you for what is it, 4 years and not ever propose.
It was 3 or 4, yeah. I think it might have been three. I don't know. It was 3 or 4. Something like that. I probably talk about it later. We'll find out. We'll find out together. We're on, we're on this journey together.
Good God.
Good God. Turns out work just as boring the second time around. Nothing different. Just normal and boring. And when she's pulled into the same meeting as she had the first time this day came around, her boss wants to talk to her about her goals and aspirations and her 5-year plan again, and she just can't take it anymore. And she quits.
Which thank fuck for that because I, you
That
know,
didn't take very long, so it's like that was the first to go on the domino.
thank God. I
Hmm.
also would do the same thing. I'd be like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm done.
Yeah.
Bye.
On the third day, she wakes up on New Year's Eve again. This time, though, she anticipates it. And when it's confirmed, she decides she's not going to go to work at all. Spends a good amount of time at the coffee shop. Max is actually happy to hear that she quit her job because he knows it's not a good fit for her. And Lori decides that she's going to use this time to get to the bottom of why Drew has not proposed yet. They've been together for 3 years. Why is he dancing around it?
Well, my dear, sometimes people are dancing around it for reasons
And sometimes
that
they're
they
just
don't tell you.
comfortable or, yeah,
That too, the comfort thing, but
yeah. But
most of the
typically
time
that's a
it's
long,
not the
yeah.
comfort thing. Here's the thing. So for her too, like, yeah, it could be a comfortable thing, but she had had these discussions with him multiple times over the years of, are we going to? And he made it like he kind of said like earlier
They both
in their
said that
relationship.
these were goals of theirs, that they both want,
Yeah,
like they both want, the goal was to get married.
correct. Yeah.
Right.
So shit or get off the pot, as they
Right.
say.
And when Drew comes home from work before the party, she confronts him about it. She asks what he would say if she were to tell him she quit her job. He says he hopes she's kidding. She's 25 and needs to start acting like an adult. Lori presses him on the marriage thing, and he basically says that it wouldn't be a good idea for them to get married. He's an extremely driven person, and she is not.
And here's the thing, he's like, and yes, marriage is a goal of mine.
He's an ex
Doesn't say it's with her though.
Yeah. He
Motherfucker,
says
get out.
he needs someone accomplished, someone put together, someone who can cook and doesn't need so many alarms to wake up in the morning. The two of them, they're not long term.
Me and my 17 alarms are gonna. I don't have 17. I do snooze a lot though.
No,
Like my
just
alarm
16.
goes. No, I actually don't know how many alarms I have. To be fair, my body's been waking me up really early lately. Alarms. I only have four in my
Okay,
phone right now. So,
that's pretty good.
but still,
Yeah,
shut up. I
I
will,
think I
I
have more.
will. Okay, so here's the thing. I only usually have one alarm for the morning, but I snooze it at least like five separate times.
Oh, I don't snooze at all. I have separate,
Oh,
like,
yeah, no, I snooze a lot.
gotcha. I have my alarm to like make my body wake up and have that little hazy for 15 minutes.
Mm.
Like, then I have my real alarm. Then I have my, hey, loser, you should have been out of bed by now alarm. And the last one I have that I almost never use is, you shit fuck. You slept through your alarms or went back to sleep and you're in trouble now. So those are my alarms.
You know, yeah. I no, I just have
In
I
my
think
defense, most times I usually only need the two that I use purposefully, though 2026 has had me using the fourth one sometimes and the
ooh.
third one most times.
Yeah, I snooze. I my alarm goes up at 7:30. My body's been waking me up at 7, which is annoying. Then I snooze and then I am just laying in bed contemplating my life decisions. Then my alarm goes off at 7:30. And then I snooze that until 8 o'clock. And then I get out of bed. I'm still like awake, but I'm in bed.
So if I have to wash my hair in the morning, the first one starts at 4:30 and then goes
Oh.
the two 15 minutes, like I said. Um, if I don't have to wash my hair, it goes off 10 minutes after that. And then again, the two 15 minutes after that. Like I have my different for the first one. Shit. Anyways, he makes it very clear that they are not there for the long term. And he thought that she knew that.
Bitch, how would she know this if you don't fucking communicate? What is with men and not communicating?
Yeah, Lori's basically like, what's been happening the last 3 years then? Was he just thinking he was a mentor to her? That's not a relationship.
Ugh,
She tells him to
get
get the fuck out because it is
fucked.
her apartment. Which, how accomplished are you that you're living at your girlfriend's apartment that you don't even feel like you have any long-term shit with? That's
Speaking
real
facts.
accomplished and responsible, buddy,
Pow.
right? Which she kicks him out. Drew's all basically like, but it's New Year's Eve. Where would he go? And she's like, oh,
Literally
you're
anywhere else.
accomplished. You'll figure it out.
That'd be an Ariel move.
I know.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, truly.
Ariel wouldn't be living with a man to begin with.
You live and learn. You live and you learn. Anyways,
Yep.
the third repeated day, Lori decides to not even get out of bed. And then we skip to the ninth repeated day. And by this time, Lori is exhausted from waking up next to Drew every day. And she has the breakup goodbye of the morning down to about 15 minutes.
Which is great,
Yeah.
honestly. That's
Yeah.
fabulous.
She got sick pretty fast of all the petty ways that she was taking her anger out on him just to have
I
it
wouldn't.
cycled through again. And has developed more of a defeated breakup at this point. Like she's thrown his clothes on the lawn, like dude done all kinds of stuff, but now she's just basically like, bro, we're over, get out.
I can understand that, but also
Yeah. Well, after
petty
doing it
sounds so.
so many days in a row.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So then we fast forward to the 15th repeated day, where she decides to purge her closet of work clothes that she hates. And she heads to Max's cafe and tells him that she quit her job and asks why he's eating cake because that's what he's been doing in the back all these other days, but she didn't see him because she has been doing what she's supposed to and sitting at the counter like a good patron. But she's in her fuck it phase right now and she just
Honestly,
saunters
once it
back
gets
to the
to
back of
so
his
many
shop.
different days, I'd be like,
Yeah,
yeah, fuck this shit. Let's
yeah,
just do whatever I want. God, I should never have any repeated days ever because the
no.
amount of bullshit that I would do
And
would be so
my
fun.
luck, I'd get stuck on the day that like was the biggest fuck it all. But
Yeah.
Max explains that his baker got pregnant and isn't wanting to work at the shop anymore, and he's trying to find a new baker, so he's taste testing. Asks Lori to help him. The cake is not great, and he
Nope.
kind of looks at her in a way of, Oh, if he only knew someone talented and creative, and he stares at her. She just brushes it off, saying she doesn't know anything about baking.
She's so oblivious. There
On
were
the
so
20
many signs.
on the 21st repeated day, Lori asks Max to come over because she has a surprise for him. He finds her sitting in her prom dress on the couch with her place trashed while she's watching TV.
I just, I love her because she goes, "That's fine. It'll be all disappeared by tomorrow." And
Yeah,
like, there's no joke. He doesn't know the joke because
yeah.
it really is going to be gone by tomorrow.
Apparently, she found some kind of special cereal that's his favorite that he hasn't been able to find. So
Ugh.
she's like, meh, have your cereal. I'm just doing my thing with my feet up on the coffee table. They get talking, and Lori asks him what he would do if he found himself stuck in a time loop. And they talk about it that he would want to go try this gold pizza that's supposed to be like $2,000. And it has truffle and gold flakes, and it probably tastes gross, but why not if things are just going to be reset? The possibilities are endless. And she realizes that she can do anything she wants. And she finds that apparently doing whatever she wants is pretty easy. By the 39th repeated day, she has been able to do a bunch of things, spending the day dancing in her underwear around her apartment, changing her quitting to be really dramatic at the office and making a scene, like going to museums, going ice skating, getting massages, spending the day at a laser tag place, doing goat yoga, just all kinds of shit.
Honestly, it sounds like it's kind of giving like bucket list kind of things, but you get to you're not gonna die.
Yeah. And by the 40th day, she figures out that doing whatever is nice, but it's also a little lonely. And she calls
Mm.
Jasmine to borrow some money so that she can do a surprise for Max. And she goes and commandeers him at the coffee shop, finding the perfect little lull time and convinces him to go. And she takes him to the restaurant for the gold pizza. It turns out to be a little more intimate setting than she thought it would, and he's confused how she even knew about this place. And oh, just a friend mentioned it. Like her treat. And he says it's crazy, like it's too expensive. And she says, how many people get to say they've tried pizza that costs 2 grand? She knows he
She's
wants to
got a
try
good
it.
point.
It's been so long since he lived a little, and he ends up just saying, what the hell? Turns out, pizza actually delicious, which they find kind of unfair. And they chat while they eat. Lori asks Max if he's ever been in love, and he confesses once and he messed it up. Even though it pains her to ask, she asks what the woman is like, and he hesitates, but then says amazing, funny, beautiful, smart, talented, creative, humble, all the stuff. And she's the reason why he ended up even owning the cafe. He wonders what if every day.
And this bitch thinks he's
That through
thinking
the
of somebody
heart.
else. She's
On the
like, oh,
54th
okay.
repeated day, Lori is getting pretty sick of reliving the New Year's party. Now, specifically with the knowledge that Max's dream girl got away from him, she is watching the party
Nervous.
like a hawk, trying to figure out who it could be.
Mm.
Like the only thing
You dumb bitch.
wrong with living the day over and over, her unrequited love is not going away and it's driving her crazy. She ends up just sitting on the balcony, all depresso espresso style, and Max finds her, and she actually confesses that she's been in a time loop, reliving the same day over and over again for quite a while.
He's like,
And
oh,
she,
okay.
and she thinks she has to give him up to get out of it. But she just wants to stay and be in love with him a little longer because it's going to hurt so bad. She's just telling him all this, knowing that it's going to go away in like an hour. So she's like, whatever. She tells him that she wants him to kiss her before it's over. And he just says he doesn't want to hurt her. And she just walks the fuck out of there just to get
Honestly,
on with the
same
next repeat.
girl.
Yep. Number 55, Lori is surprised when Max knocks on her door asking if she's okay. She's wondering if she finally got out of her repeat. But unfortunately, it is still New Year's Eve, and he says he just was worried about her. He had a weird dream and needed to check in. She says everything's fine. She'll see him at the party. And going forward, honestly, she doesn't even go to the party anymore because she just, fuck
It's
it.
too much.
Yep. And when Max checks on her because she doesn't show up, she just says it's from the breakup with Drew. And
I was
by
like, you broke up
repeat,
with Drew? She
right?
goes, oh yeah, shit, forgot to tell him that
Yeah.
today.
That was so 70 days ago, 50
Right?
days ago. Like,
Oh yeah, I forgot I had to tell people we broke up all the
well,
time.
and
God
that and
damn
it's
it.
starting to blur together all the things she's done because it's
Yeah.
been that many days.
Yeah.
So on the 71st day, she's just pretty desolate, thinking about how Max doesn't love her, and he's been making that very clear for years. And letting him go is the only way to stop this repeat thing. That's all. She's convinced that
Sure,
that is it.
it's worked so well these last
Well, she
billion
hasn't
days.
let him up,
I know.
let him go. She hasn't let him go. Max comes over in the morning to check on her, and he finds her crying. And he wants to help her, but she's not sure he can. She does tell him about the time loop again and explains all the things that she's done and how she's feeling so lost in her life with her job, with herself. They get really close and cozy. And Max tells her that there's not a version of her that he wouldn't like. And he cups her
Mm.
cheeks and asks her to promise she'll remember this tomorrow because she was saying, it was becoming a blur. And he kisses her. She's confused by this, but she's very happy.
Fuck it.
She
Yeah,
feels
let's
like
go.
this will be the best thing for the rest of her life. She won't forget this
Mm.
kiss. But the problem is, Max will. She's confused and asks why. Like he knew how she felt about him, but he's never done or said anything like that before. He says he's wanted to, but with Drew, he didn't want to mess it up for her. She asks what happens tomorrow when she wakes up and he forgets, and he tells her to help him remember. Lori decides her next plan of action is to figure out what she's going to do for a job. She wants something that she enjoys, that she's passionate about. She just doesn't know how to get there. So, 72 brings her trying to make some brownies because she's always felt chocolate has helped her think through things. So, if she's going to try to come up with a plan of what to do in life, she needs chocolate.
Sweets.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Chocolate fixes all, guys.
She doesn't really bake or cook though, so it's not going
No.
well. No.
Nah. No.
Smoke is what makes Max have to come over from across the hall to make sure everything's okay.
Yeah.
She didn't even have everything she needed to actually bake, like oven mitts to try to get this shit out of the oven. Yeah, not
Dude.
cool. Max shows her a box that his mom had given him full of all kinds of baking stuff that he didn't even really open or need because he didn't have a need for it. He has plenty at his house
Yeah.
and says that she can have it. Max shows her how to make chocolate cookies and they end up having a flour fight while waiting for them to cool. She goes to initiate a kiss to help him remember, but it doesn't quite work. He goes to change his clothes instead. The cookies end up being awesome, and she's super excited about it. And she starts a new routine when she wakes up: break up with Drew, quit her job, go to Max's apartment so she can borrow the box of
She's
baking
gonna get
gear.
this shit down to a science, baby.
Right.
Science.
He finds a shoebox of recipe cards in the box, which is the real gold mine because it's from his mother who was like really, really good at baking.
Hmm.
And she decides that she's going to do one recipe at a time. Not as easy as she thinks. She has fire quite a few times. But by the 89th repeated day, she has finally figured out not to burn things and that she's actually able to make cake. It's probably one of the easiest things. You just mix,
It's
put in the
literally
oven.
very much giving you if you get stuck in a time loop. This would be you be like, all right, let's perfect all this shit because you would have had those cookies done
Yeah.
and perfected instantly.
Yeah.
Like,
Instead
yeah,
of taking me months to like figure out like all my different
yeah,
shit. Yeah.
exactly,
If
exactly.
I was in a time loop, I'd have those sugar-free, gluten-free ones done. Bam.
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yes. And the best part is she's been experimenting and finding things that work better for her. Like she figures out that chilling the dough works better and that melted brown butter makes cookies taste better. She's really starting to get it down by day 96. So she brings Max an assortment of cookies to the cafe and turns out they're delicious. By day 100, she decides that she's going to borrow a pasta machine from a neighbor to make pastry. And she starts working on that. Day 169 comes around, and she has quite a routine, only taking about an hour to get everything set up. The breakup, the quit, getting the stuff, going to the store to get all her ingredients. Like she gets all that stuff down to an hour so that she has the rest of the
Fucking
day to do
crazy
what she
work.
wants. Yes. And she, by this point, can even do most of the recipes in the box by memory. And her
Crazy.
experiment, yeah, and her
But if she's
experimenting
been doing it, so it makes sense.
169 days straight, that's the only
Yeah.
thing she does. Yeah. Her experimenting and being creative with it is really working out great for her. She's never felt more like herself, and she just wants to share it with Max, but not sure how. So, on the
Just tell him, you idiot.
185th
Sorry.
repeated day, Lori brings a bunch of treats to the New Year's party. Everything that she could pack into making in one day. She's now down to one recipe left in the box. And now she's not using any of the other recipes at all. She just memorizes them and has perfected them. But she's been saving this last one because these are the special brownies that his mom makes. Max won't even eat another brownie because no brownie will compare to these
His
brownies
mom's,
from
and
his
he
mom
hasn't been able to perfect it. Like, no one's been able to perfect this.
because they
And
don't know the recipe. Because the
exactly.
dumbass didn't even look in the box his mom gave him.
Well, listen,
He could have had it this whole time.
he's a dumbass, okay?
Yeah.
He's a man.
But he tries all of her baked goods at the party and asks her if she'll be the new baker at his cafe, which by this time she's already got the routine of answering. And she's like, yep, we're going to do this, 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 this. Solid. And he's like, you've really thought this out.
Yeah, it only took me 170 days,
89 days
Max.
to do it. Yeah.
Ah.
The next day, Lori makes the brownies, Max's mom's perfect brownies, and doesn't go to the party. She spends all day doing that. When Max comes to find her when she didn't show up, he smells them and is confused. Lori, who's tired from the day, is sitting on the couch with a blanket, waiting for the brownies to cool, and just gives Max a full rundown of, yeah, quit her job, dumped Drew, made brownies. She's good for the day. They try the brownies together and they're perfect. Lori calls Max out when he tells her that he cares about her, that it's more than that. That it's always been obvious how she feels about him, but she never knew how he felt about her. She can't understand what's holding him back now and says that maybe his feelings changed. Maybe he was too scared to ruin their friendship, so he didn't say anything. Then she met Drew and he lost his chance. And it's taken her a lot of same day in a row days to realize that she was just chasing the wrong life. But she does know that she's not going to wake up one day and not love Max. Because trust her, she's fucking tried. And she tells him he won't remember, but she once asked if he'd ever been in love, and he told her he messed it up and lost her. And at the time, she didn't realize who he was talking about, but he's too smart to pretend he's not aware of how she feels about him. So why can't he admit it? And after lots of prodding and telling him she's going to keep asking every day until he tells her, he says that he wishes he had the guts to kiss her back then. And he told her that she's the reason that he left the area, and also because she told him that when he was like 18, 19, and he just
Mm-hmm.
ran. And she's also the reason why he came back. She says she's sick of being miserable without him, and she's not going to hide how she feels anymore. He tells her that he doesn't want to lose her. She asks him what more does he want from her? And he finally just breaks and says, fuck it, and pulls her to him, kissing her, yanking off her clothes. He carries her to the bedroom, pulls his own clothes off, and uses his mouth all over her body, telling her that he's not going to stop until they pass out or it's morning. And she says, people say that, to start the new year the way you intend to spend it. He said, and he's like, bet, basically. And he fucks her, and they go at it for so long that Lori actually is like, I wonder if it's past midnight now.
Right?
But she's honestly too tired to get up and check and just asks him to promise that he'll remember it tomorrow. And they fall asleep. And then we have an epilogue. Lori does not want to open her eyes and get up and repeat yet another day. She finally got what she wanted last night, and to have all of that work and to have to do it all over again, it's just honestly too much for her at the moment. She tries to go get out of bed, and an arm pulls her back, grumbling, 5 more minutes. And she realizes it's Max, and it's a new day. And she starts sobbing. He asks if she's okay, and she says that she loves him. She doesn't care what day it is. She's just happy that he's there. And he tells her he loves her too. And she tells him, Happy New Year. And that's the book.
Yeah. It was very sweet.
Yeah.
It was very sweet.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's not a whole ton. So, favorite character?
Um, the sister, Max's sister.
Yes, Jasmine. Yeah.
Hmm.
Because she also knew that Max had been in love with this girl forever. And Jasmine's just like, dude, get your shit together. Like, even to her, she's like, yo, finally gonna put my brother out of his misery?
Yeah.
Like, let's go here. And she's like, no, he doesn't like me like that. And she goes, girl, are you an idiot? Like, of course
Yeah,
she
a little
does.
bit.
Yes, she is. So I
Yeah.
agree. Jasmine was really good. Least favorite, it has to be the fucking boyfriend because, like,
Yeah.
girl, come on.
Yeah.
So dumb. Alrighty.
I agree.
So, huh?
I said I agree.
Cool. Amazon gives us a 3.8, Goodreads a 3.5, and Storygraph a 3.58.
What did you rate it?
I gave it about a 3.5. I had a pretty decent time. It was entertaining. Like it is what it is. It was a novella. I knew it going in that it was a novella. Do I wish there was like a little bit more like throughout it? Yeah, but I mean it is what it is.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
I second the is what it is. I rated it 3 stars. It was just kind of there. It was okay.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't, it
I like the
just,
concept of it. The concept is really cool. And I
yeah.
think that's why I wanted like to find a groundhog concept because I was like, honestly, that just like sounds like fun though. Because like you are putting your life back together. You're kind of doing whatever.
Yeah.
But also like I think that you and I would abuse that system if we had the
Listen.
opportunity to do it. Just say it. I think
Just
that
saying.
we would abuse that
I
heavily,
don't know.
girl. Like you could kill somebody and just get your rage out, and then the day restarts.
So, but my luck is I would do that and the day would not restart. You know what I mean? I think
Is it
I'd be
because you'd kill
so
Dave?
afraid to do it.
And that would be the reason that the
The
day resets
catalyst.
because you have fixed the problem.
Yeah.
Just saying. What if you could die
But yeah.
and then
What
come back?
I'm gonna call it half a poblano because we barely got
Yeah.
one scene.
Yeah, it's not.
It was
Yeah.
not a one-handed read for me,
No.
and I would survive.
Exactly. All of those things.
Yes. And we don't have to spin a wheel because next week is our monthly chat arena.
Yes.
So we're just gonna do that.
Yeah.
So join us
Yeah.
next week, chat, have a snack. I think a snack's good while we chat.
We are
And
snacks.
have a good time. So, in the meantime, make sure to keep reading.
And keep it smutty.
There is an author's note at the beginning that says that this series takes place in a fictitious
Sorry. Fictional. Fictitious?
yeah,
Fictional?
fictional. Was I
Fictional.
trying to put those words together? I think I was trying to put
You
those
were.
words together. Yeah,
That's been me
that's
with
cute.
two other words that I've been doing lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lori, who is tired from the day, is just sitting with a couch. Not with a couch. Yeah, just sitting with a couch. It's her friend.
Me and my pet couch.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.